fitness trainer, and I'm really happy to be here with you today to take you through some very simple, easy, energizing stretches that you can do anytime and anywhere, literally, but are really great to do when you've been spending time sitting at a desk. So I'll invite you to stand up if you're not already and find a space where you can reach tall with your arms and reach wide with your arms. If you have a mat, great, but you don't need one. I also want to caution you, if you're working through any kind of injury or if you feel any discomfort or pain when we're doing these stretches, please stop. Everything we do today together should feel good, and it should bring energy, movement, and freedom to your body. So the very first thing we're going to do, finding parallel feet, soft knees. I want to have my belly button pulled in toward my spine, and I want to reach really high through the crown of the head. I'm just going to bend my knees and reach my arms really tall and high to the sky. Take a nice big stretch up. If you like, you can look up at your hands, keep your shoulders soft, and then open the arms wide. We'll just do 2 more like that. And it's really that simple to bring a little bit of energy, movement to the body. Notice in your body what feels different even right now that you're standing up and that you have a nice right posture with your chest, tall length through the back of the spine. Beautiful. And then from there, exhaling those arms down. I'm going to take a bigger bend at the knees, pull my belly button back, and I'm going to round and wrap forward. So I'm looking either toward my toes or toward my belly button, rounding out the shoulder blades, and then finding opposition, bringing my thumbs back to get a chest stretch. Great. If that feels like a little bit too much, you can also do it with your arms low. So I'm tucking, but I creep my hands forward on my thighs. And as I'm pulling back, opening up that chest. Wonderful. Let's do 1 more, whichever variation you prefer. So pulling the shoulder blades apart, tucking in that chin, and really opening up so my thumbs come back. And I get a nice stretch in the front of the chest. Really great, especially if you spend any time sitting at a desk or working on a smartphone. The next thing we're going to do is bring a little bit of movement to our main joints. And by doing this, it's about flexibility, but also mobility or range of motion. So I'm rolling through the joints. I can do 1 at a time at the shoulder or both shoulders at the same time. You can choose to go front or back. Notice in your body what feels best for you. Yeah. How fast or how slow is really up to you and what you're feeling right now. I'm just kind of going with my breath. 1 more right there. And again, noticing that I feel grounded into the earth and soft in my knees and not gripping anywhere. The next thing, I take a little rotation through the wrist, rolling through. Also really good if you've been, like we say, any of that typing, right? Any of that texting? Beautiful. And from there, moving down to the feet. So planting nice and strong, I can find little circles at my ankle. You might hear a little cracking there, that's okay. Again, the rule of thumb or the rule of big toe, just make sure it doesn't hurt. Great, and then planting into the other side, circling at that ankle, pulling into belly button. If balance is a bit of a challenge here, you can rotate and go toward the floor, or you can find a wall or something to hold on to. And the next is one of my favorite, it's for the front of the hip, so I'll stand a little bit wider, and I'm gonna lift that leg up and rotate at the hip. So circling at the hip. Sometimes people call this helicopter. And again, I can put my arm up to the side for balance, or if I had a wall there to hold on to. Do 2 more on that hip. Another variation, as we change to the other side, I'm planting in, feeling nice and stable and secure. With this leg, I can keep my toe on the floor. I can roll through there. Or again, if there was something to hold on to, or perhaps you add arms for balance. Nice and strong, really lifting up with the torso, lifting through the crown of the head, enjoying what it feels like to move. Should we do 2 more? Okay, 2 more right there. Wonderful. From here, I'm gonna stand a little bit wider. I've got parallel feet as long as that feels comfortable. I'm gonna come back to those bent knees, rounding shoulder blades, and then opening up at the chest, getting a bit bigger movement now that I'm feeling a little more energized, a little more warmed up. Rounding through. Then from here, I can turn out my toes and reach off to the side, so pulling that shoulder blade back, but reaching off my side. Beautiful stretch here, easy on the neck, wherever it feels good to look, and then coming to the other side. Checking in with that breath. And noticing too, what feels different from when we started. Do you feel like you have a little bit more energy in the body? Maybe you feel a little bit of a different temperature on your body or in your body. Perhaps you feel a bit of an improved mood. From here, we can toe heel those feet back in together. Take one more big bend down low, reaching all the way up, letting all that freedom and movement, thinking about flexibility, but also mobility. And knowing that this is something so accessible, movement that you can do anytime, anywhere, and most especially when you've been sitting for a little while, finding ways to counter that with an open chest, long hip flexors, tall spine, and maybe a little more energy, and maybe an even better mood.